Hi and welcome to my Claude Code tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you one of the most powerful AI tools available right now. One that lets you build real working software applications just by describing what you want in plain English. Claude Code is a tool that runs in your computer's terminal. You give it instructions in normal language and it writes the code, creates the files, installs everything it needs, and builds you a working application. You don't need to know how to code, you just need to know what you want to build. I have personally used Claude Code to build complete business applications for my clients, including a full operating system with over 50 features that pulls data from multiple platforms and automates reporting. I built the whole thing without writing a single line of code manually. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through the full setup from scratch, show you how it works, and then build 3 different things live on screen so you can see exactly what's possible. And as always, this is part of my AI for Business series. Full courses on AI for marketing, sales, and operations are available on my YouTube channel. Now let's get started with installation of Claude Code. Let me guide you through the whole setup from scratch. If you already have Claude Code, just skip to the next chapter. The first thing that you need is Node.js. This is the engine that Claude uses and we need to install it. On your internet browser, search for nodejs.org and on their website, click Get Node.js. Select this LTS version, which stands for long-term support, and select whether you have a Mac operating system or Windows. I will select Mac, then it will download the package for you. You will double click it and install it just like any other app. Once you installed it, let's check if you installed it well. On your Mac device, press Command plus space and then search for terminal. That is the place where we will communicate with our Claude. And here paste this line of code. By the way, all of the codes that I'm using are going to be in description. And after you paste it, it should tell you the version of your node. If it doesn't show the version, that means that you haven't installed it well. So go through the installation once again. Let's also paste this line of code to check if we have the npm installed, which comes with Node. So it should just show you the version there as well. Now to install Claude Code itself, let's run this command. And by the way, let me make the font size a bit bigger so you can see it better. As you can see, it's showing me errors because I already have Claude installed. But once you run this, it will install Claude on your computer globally. This means that it will be installed globally so it can access all of your folders on your computer after you allow it. It will show you the installation process instead of these errors, and at the end it will just send a confirmation message that it has been installed. Now to verify if you installed it well, paste this command, Claude version, and it will show you the version of your Claude Code. As you can see, it's already installed here. And now when you want to start a chat with Claude Code, you will just say Claude and it will open the workspace. It will ask you if you trust Claude to have access to your folders. You can allow it, and then it will open up Claude Code in terminal. When you install it for the first time, it will ask you for your login credentials. So you will type login, and then you will choose whether you have an account with subscriptions, which you probably have. You probably purchased Pro version, which is $20 per month, or you can use Anthropic console account or third-party platform. But here you would go with Claude account with subscription. You will log in with your browser and then it will be confirmed and you will be able to access the LLM through Claude Code in terminal. You can also select different models that you want to use in terminal by pressing /model. And here you can choose different models that are available. I chose Opus for producing the results, and I'm using Fable for any strategy that I'm doing. So you can leave it as Opus right now. And we are now ready to get started with our first prompts. You can just test it out and say, hey, I just want to check out if Claude Code is working in my terminal because I just installed it. And by the way, I'm using a Whisper Flow application, so I can just press on my function button on my MacBook and I can just dictate instead of typing things. And that's very, very useful thing. And I have covered it in some of my other tutorials. And as you can see, we got our response back. It says, yes, it's working. I'm here and responding. Want to try something out? And it's giving me some suggestions. Before we build anything, let me explain how this works. When you type an instruction, Claude Code does several things. First of all, it reads your instruction and figures out what needs to be built. Then it creates the files, writes the code, installs any packages or libraries it needs, and it can even run the application for you. There are a few important things to know. Claude Code will sometimes ask for your permission before doing things, like creating files or running commands. You will see a prompt asking you to approve. Just type Y for yes, and you can also type \exit at any time to close Claude Code and go back to your normal terminal. Let's start with something visual so you can see how Claude Code actually works. We're going to build a landing page without any design or development skills. And we can even watch how AI does it in real time. I'm going to say this prompt to AI. Build me a professional landing page for an AI consulting business. The business is called NovaMind AI and helps companies implement AI to save time and money. The page should include a hero section with a headline, "We help businesses implement AI that works," and a sub-headline about saving time and improving efficiency, a features/services section with 3 cards. One is going to be custom AI tools, workflow automation, and the third one is going to be team tracking. A simple process section with 3 steps: discovery call, build, and launch. A testimonial section with 2 fake testimonials with names and titles, an FAQ section with 4 questions and answers about AI consulting, and a final call to action section with a book a call button. Use a modern theme with blue accents, make it fully responsive for mobile, use HTML, CSS, and a bit of JavaScript, create it as a single index.html file that I can open in my browser. So that's enough. That's enough for us to get a fully functional landing page. And trust me, when I first tried this, I was shocked because I'm someone who came from the video production and design industry. And I've been already using some of the no-code platforms for building landing pages like ClickFunnels and Go High Level and Webflow and Framer and Wix. But I was shocked that AI can do everything for you now. You don't even need to design it. You don't even need to enter those texts or to find those images or to source the icons or to change any of the colors or fonts. AI does everything for yourself. As you can see, AI is saying crunching, and it has those few phrases that it uses when it's working on your task. And you can see how many tokens it used and how long has it been working for. Another great tip when you're working on things like this is you can press Shift and Tab multiple times to change between different modes of AI working your tasks. For example, we have the manual mode on, where you need to approve every single thing that AI is doing. We have accept edits on, which will automatically accept any edits. We have the plan mode, which will ask you questions so it can plan things. And by the way, AI is going to ask you questions while it's working. So it's asked me, do you want to create index.html? Yes. Allow all edits during this session. I'm going to accept it. And the last mode is auto mode, where AI is going to make decisions for himself. He'll think about what's the best solution and do it. And this has been running for maybe 3 minutes. And we already have something. Maybe it won't look perfect, but let's see. Let's first see where is it saved. It says in users MacBook Pro NovaMind AI, okay? I'm just going to search for Nova Mind, okay? And this is the HTML file, and I'm just going to double click it, and this is the website. I mean, it's still insane for me to take a look at this and to even think that this was produced in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, all of these supporting texts, the copywriting, the benefits, the 3-step process, everything has been written and designed by AI. And let me check if it's functional on different screen sizes. So it's also responsive, it also works, it has all of the features inside, and we can also click book a call. It's not functional yet, but this is insane. This is really amazing. Where are we with AI at this moment? Because something like this would take a designer at least a few days to design and to make sure that the website is responsive, to do all of the copywriting. We don't have any images here, but if I asked AI, it will generate us some images. So let's see what would be some changes that, if this was a real project, something that I would like to change here. For example, I don't like that this is too big of a padding. So I'm just going to talk to it. I'm going to use Whisper Flow, and I'm just going to say what are the changes that I want. So let's get started. Hi, thank you so much for sharing this. I would like to make the padding between first line of text saying now booking Q3 implementation projects and the navigation bar smaller. I would like to make the padding between those two smaller. So can you please do that? The second thing I would like to do is to add some images for the process section. And for the book a call button, I would like it to lead to my YouTube channel, Nem Stankovic. I'm going to link it to you. Okay, so let's just paste it here. And let me just share the link to my YouTube channel. These were just some random changes that I wanted, but let's see if it's going to apply the changes that we wanted and how fast is it going to be. And it was actually 2 minutes and 20 seconds of processing. So that's amazing. That's truly amazing. As you can see, AI is figuring out how to do all of those changes. It is updating, and it is telling us what is the current thing that AI is working on. As you can see, this is all code that Claude wrote to us. Okay, after 1 minute and 30 seconds, it says that it's updated. So I'm just going to go back here and to refresh it. And as you can see, the padding here is smaller, just like I requested. Let's press this button, and it's actually leading to my website or to my YouTube channel. And we have these 3 graphics for the process section. As you can see, you can make any changes that you want. You will just describe them in plain English, and AI is going to do the work for you. You could have changed colors of the website, fonts, any of the sections. You could have changed the copywriting, the headline. You could have added multiple pages to it, but this is just a very brief explanation on what is possible when it comes to producing those web solutions. The second build that I'm going to do today is going to be more functional. I'm going to build a contact form that actually collects and stores data. The prompt here will be, build me a client intake form as a web application. The form should collect full name, email, company size, and it's going to be a drop down of 1 to 10, 11 to 50, 51 to 200, and 200 plus. What service they are interested in, another drop down with AI development, workflow automation, AI training, or strategy consulting. Their biggest challenge, which is going to be a text area, and how they heard about us, which is going to be another drop down with Google, social media, referral, YouTube, and other. When someone submits the form, save the data to a local JSON file and show a thank you message. Also create a simple admin page at /admin that displays all submissions in a clean table sorted by most recent first, with the ability to search and filter by service type. Use a clean, modern design with a white background and blue accent color. Build it with Node.js and Express. Let's open up a new terminal so we can launch Claude. Just type Claude. Yes, I trust this folder. And here I'm going to paste my prompt. It is asking me if it can gain access to my folders, and I will say yes and don't ask again. And I'm also going to turn the auto mode on, as this is something that can't corrupt my files. This is just a demo that I'm doing for you. But for real projects, I would always suggest you to keep the manual mode on so you can check every single thing and make sure that all of your data stays secure. And here we can see live how AI is doing its own work. Let me increase it once again. It is writing the code for us, writing different files. This was the package.json. This is server.js. And we also have styles.css, which is going to have all of the design info inside. As you can see, we have the color palette here, and we have the index.html, which we're going to use to launch that website and to preview it. Now it's building the form.js file, admin.html, which is the page where we'll be able to see all of the results from those form intakes. Now it's verifying the whole flow and making sure that all of the files are connected. It found some issues here, as you can see in the red, and it's going to solve the issues itself. This task is slightly more advanced compared to building a front-end landing page design, so it's taking us more time, but this is still only 3 minutes, and I'm pretty sure it's going to finish very soon. And just imagine how much time it would take a developer to produce all of this. Just creating one file like this, it would take him days. And just imagine creating the front end, the back end, connecting all of the applications together. It will be a mess. And you would also have to do the project management and making sure to chase him to deliver on time, and having to verify if his issues are good or not, and then him not being able to figure out what's the issue. And AI is going to do everything for us. For $20 per month, this is unbeatable. Now we have the report. Whenever we see this blue font, it means that it came to the end and it is giving us a report on what was built. So now let's open up that index.html and let's see if it's actually working. And as you can see, this is the client intake. It has a similar font and style like Calendly, I think. Yeah, Calendly has similar style. And let's test it out. Let's type in test num@gmail.com, num company size, let's say 11 to 50. Which service are we interested in? AI training. My biggest challenge is this. And let's say social media. And let's submit it. We can also submit another response. And by the way, this looks much cleaner than the Google form. For example, I'm not sure why Google Forms haven't been updated for years, but this looks even better than that. And now if we want to check the results, we'll just type here admin/admin, and here we have the backend system of it, and we can see when was the form submitted. We can see the name, we can see email, company, size, service, biggest challenge, and source. And we also asked AI to prepare sorting so we can see which service had which many inquiries, and we can also search by name, email, company, or challenge. So this is something fully functional and fully working. As you can see, we completed that within 5 minutes without any effort on our side. The biggest thing with AI in general, as I'm mentioning in every single video of mine, is prompt engineering. How you prompt AI is in direct proportion to what you will get out of AI as a result. And I would highly recommend you to just spend some time thinking about how to brief AI the best possible way. I already have videos on that on my YouTube channel, but think about AI as your employee. Think about every single thing that you need to explain to someone in order to understand the full context on what you're trying to build and how it can build it for you so you're satisfied with it. The third example that I'm going to show you today is building a live data dashboard. This one is my favorite because it really shows you what AI is capable of, how it analyzes the data, how it processes everything, how it stores everything, and keeps things organized very well. So let's get started with this. I'm going to use this prompt, which says, build me a business analytics dashboard as a single HTML file. It should display a simple company's monthly performance data for the last 6 months, include a top row with 4 KPI cards showing total revenue, which is 847,000, total customers, which is 124, average deal size of $6,830, and monthly growth of 12%. A line chart showing revenue over the last 6 months with an upward trend, a bar chart showing revenue by product category, 4 categories, AI tools, automation, training, consulting, a pie chart showing revenue by region, East, West, Central, International, and a table at the bottom showing the top 10 deals, customer name, product, amount, date, and status. Use chart.js for the charts. Make it look like a real executive dashboard with a dark sidebar navigation, clean cards, and professional typography, fully responsive. In the new terminal, type Claude as usual, press yes, and paste the prompt. Okay, this was the longest one, I have to admit. It took me only 6 minutes to be completed. But let's preview it, let's see how it looks like. It already told me where to search for it, and I'm just going to open it up and to see what we have here. Okay, so this is incredible. It looks beautiful. It is showing the right data. We can filter it here by date, for example, last 30 days. Let's see if it's working. Year to date. Okay, so these are not working. Let's try to figure it out how AI can help make this work. Can we do any of the changes here? It's not working, this as well, and this isn't working as well. Okay, we're going to make it as a change. Here we can see revenue by region, and it's separated with this pie chart. We see revenue by month, as we said. We see total revenue cards, total customers, average deal size, and monthly growth, just like we requested. We see revenue by product category. We see the top 10 deals. These are probably not functional, yeah, but it just gave us an idea on what this dashboard can look like. And we also have the light mode here, which works, and we have the export button, which isn't functional yet, but I'm going to add that feature as well. Let's go back into our terminal and let's just say what we want to be changed. No complex terms, no complex language, just say it in plain English. Hey, thanks for sending this. I would like to have the date range switcher actually work because right now it's not filtering anything, as well as for the region switcher, as well as for the service switcher. I would also like the export button to be functional, so it can export us a PDF of the view that we're seeing. All right, these changes took Claude 40 plus minutes to do, but it rewrote a bunch of lines here. As you can see, there was a lot of debugging happening there. So now let's try and see if those features that we asked for are implemented. The first feature I asked for was this date range picker, that it should update based on the period we set here. And as you can see, it's working properly. The second thing was about regions. When I select different ones, it's showing different data. So that's another implemented feature. Another thing is this switcher of the services that we were offering, and we can also clear those filters as well. And let's try exporting a PDF to see what will it look like. And this is a good looking PDF. Obviously we could make some changes on the font or on some of these, but overall for something that was built this fast, this is insane because it's showing the right data. Obviously we can make some tweaks, but I'm very happy with how all of this turned out. And before I wrap up this video, let me share a few tips that will make your experience with Claude Code much better. First of all, be specific in your instructions. Saying build me a website gives you something generic, but saying build me a landing page with a dark theme, 3 service cards, a testimonial section with customer photos, and a sticky call to action button on mobile gives you exactly what you want. The more detail, the better the result. Second, build step by step. Don't try to describe a 50-feature application in one prompt. Start with the foundation, verify it works, and then add features over the time. Say, add a search bar to the table, add a filter by date, add an export button. Each step is small and verifiable. Third, when something breaks, and it will sometimes, don't panic. Just describe the error to Claude Code, copy the error message, paste it in, and say, I'm getting this error, please fix it. 9 times out of 10, it fixes itself. Fourth, always check the result after each step. Click through the application, test the buttons, try submitting forms. Make sure it does what you asked before moving on to the next feature. Catching issues early is much easier than debugging a complex application later. And fifth, know your limits. Claude Code is incredible for building tools, dashboards, forms, landing pages, and so much more. But complex enterprise systems with multiple databases, authentication, security requirements, and third-party integrations require experience to architect properly. That is where having someone who has done it before makes a huge difference. That's it. Now you know how to install Claude Code, how to use it, and you have seen what is possible with it. From a simple landing page to a full business operating system. The key takeaway is this: the barrier between having an idea and having a working application has never been lower. You can build real tools for your business in hours instead of months. And if you saw examples I showed you today and thought that you might need something similar for your business, that's exactly what I do. I help companies implement custom AI solutions from strategy all the way to a working product. You can book a free discovery call below where I will learn more about your business and tell you exactly where AI can save the most time and money for you. No pressure, no sales tactics. I'm not going to push you into anything. I just want to understand what are your needs and how can I fulfill those for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.